Good evening, graduates, teachers, staff, and families. As the principal of Sangamon Valley Middle School, it's my honor to welcome you tonight to the 8th grade promotion. This year has been unlike any other year, but in spite of the pandemic, we've seen great things happening at Sangamon Valley Middle School. And that's because of our wonderful staff and students here at this school. It's been amazing to watch them overcome obstacles to learn, lead, and achieve this school year. Before we start celebrating the accomplishments of our students tonight, I would like to take a minute to start thanking a few people that have made this evening possible. First of all, I want to say thank you to the parents and the grandparents. You support your children and your grandchildren every day, and we appreciate that more than words can say. I believe it's essential for students to receive a quality education, and we couldn't do it without your support. Thank you to the teachers and the staff who work tirelessly to ensure that our students have the best education possible here at Sangamon Valley Middle School. You're amazing at what you do, and you work tirelessly to make sure these students have a great education. They're blessed to have you as teachers. I want to thank our superintendent, Mr. Meadows, and our Board of Education. Thank you to Ms. Muir, our middle school secretary. She has assumed many additional roles this year. She has taken temps, she's done contact tracing, and she's also assumed the role of Chromebook repair specialist. So I appreciate her. And I also want to say thank you to Mr. Fleming. He is our athletic director, our math teacher, our assessment coordinator, and dean of students. You're all appreciated more than words can say. Thank you for your dedication to providing our students with the resources that they need to be successful in life. Finally, I want to say thank you to the students. We couldn't do any of this without you, obviously. Thank you for working hard, even when you didn't want to, and I know there were a lot of times when you maybe didn't want to. This was a tough year. Thank you for being yourself. We're grateful that we've had the opportunity to be a part of your journey. I count it as a privilege to be standing before you today celebrating the accomplishments of these 8th grade students. This year has been memorable. We've dealt with many obstacles, including the coronavirus, wearing masks, quarantine, and making a hybrid schedule work, which was very challenging many times. This is definitely a year that we will never forget. But despite the obstacles, these students have been very successful. They've embodied many characteristics that I'm proud to see in them, and I believe that these students can do whatever they put their minds to. Before I turn it over to our next speaker, I have a few words of wisdom for the 8th graders. First of all, be kind. We need more kindness in this world. Follow the golden rule and treat others the way that you want to be treated. Kindness is a passport that opens doors and builds friendships. It softens hearts and molds relationships that last a lifetime. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Secondly, work hard and have high expectations for yourself. Talent and intelligence is wonderful to possess, but you can do whatever you put your mind to if you consistently work hard. According to Kobe Bryant, great things come from hard work and perseverance. No excuses. And then finally, be a person of integrity. Integrity is defined as doing the right thing when no one is looking. We all admire and respect people of integrity. Think of a person of integrity in your life, someone who always does the right thing. It's my hope that you will all strive to be a person of integrity, honor your commitments with integrity, and always strive to do your best. And then finally, and in conclusion, students, remember that your life is your story. Make it a great one. You've completed this chapter, and there's a new adventure ahead of you. Next year, you'll be high school freshmen. Be kind, work hard, hold high expectations for yourself, and be a person of integrity. You are going to do great things as you follow your passion and fulfill your potential. Next up, I have Mr. Martin, who is going to present the Daughters of the American Revolution History Award.
Each year, the Daughters of the American Revolution group comes out and presents an award to a student who understands the importance of the American history. This year, the award is going to Sierra Hadley.
Hello everybody. Have you ever wondered why we have to learn history if we're always moving forward? Today I would like to share with you why history is so important today. History is important today because it repeats itself, we can learn from it, and it applies to us now. History is important because it repeats itself. There was a pandemic in 1918 because of the H1N1 virus, or the flu. Before that, there was the Black Death. Now there is a pandemic because of the coronavirus. There are also many recessions, one that might be the worst in the 1930s. We can check back in history what happened, how people handled it, and what they could have done better so that we can prepare for when it repeats. In the Bible, it repeats itself multiple times to show the main point of the Bible to point to Jesus. Jesus himself raises a man from the dead to foretell his resurrection. We need to be alert for signs of repeating, look at past outcomes, and learn from those. Secondly, we can learn from history. Like I said before, we can see how things played out in the past and know not to make mistakes, like letting the government have too much control over us. Take Germany in the 1940s, for example. They were in such a low place that they wanted a new leader who promised greatness. Bring in Adolf Hitler. He turned Germany from a democracy to a country run by an absolute dictator, or Führer. We can learn that we can't be weak enough to let the government take over our lives completely. In the 1700s, King George III wanted to keep the American colonies. But the colonies wanted to have freedom and make their own rules, to make it by the people, for the people. Lastly, history is important because it applies to us now. The Constitution was not made for the people 200 years ago only. It was made for all American citizens. It should not be overlooked when discussing new laws, bills, executive orders, etc. While there are many ways to interpret the Constitution, in the end it is the highest of the high in the American documents. It is what everything should be based off of. Franklin Delano Roosevelt's New Deal programs from the 1930s apply to us now. They show how much better the economy got after more jobs were created. Once jobs were created for people to generate electricity in areas without it, those people could go out and buy all of the electric products, boosting the economy while supplying jobs. I believe that we should be creating more jobs to get our economy back up and running like it was before the pandemic. In conclusion, we should be remembering and referencing history often because it is repetitive, it's applicable to the present, and it can be learned from. After reviewing these topics, I want to leave you with two Hamilton quotes, these said by George Washington in the musical. You have no control who tells your story because history has its eyes on you. Thank you.
Since 1983, the President's Award for Educational Excellence has recognized students whose outstanding efforts have enabled them to meet challenging standards both in the classroom and in extracurricular activities. To be eligible for this national award, Sangamon Valley students must have earned a grade point average of 90 on a 100-point scale over the past 2 academic years. Students must also contribute to the school community by exhibiting excellence, dedication, and leadership in multiple school athletics or fine arts programs. Would the following recipients of the 2021 President's Award for Educational Excellence please come forward when your name is called? Rylan Bender, Leona Chavez Hill, Natalie Holt, Griffin Giles, Sierra Hadley, and Jackson Milligan. On behalf of the Sangamon Valley administration and staff, congratulations and keep on striving for excellence. Now Mr. Fleming will present the athletic awards.
Thank you, Mrs. Wheeler. For as long as Sangamon Valley has been in existence, it has been customary for one male and one female to be given an Athlete of the Year award. To be eligible for this award, an athlete must be nominated by any coach and then be selected through a voting process by all coaches. When determining their nominations, coaches consider the following areas: athletic achievement and performance, personal character and leadership, and academic efforts. Unfortunately, although most, if not all of them, absolutely deserve this award, only one male and one female can be selected. This year's recipient of the 2020-2021 Female Athlete of the Year Award is Peyton Vest. Unfortunately, Peyton cannot be here tonight, so we will get that award to her at a later time. As for the male recipient, the Athlete of the Year Award is awarded to Blake Gettings.
Presentation. Members of the Board of Education, ladies and gentlemen, by the power vested in me by the Sangamon Valley Community Unit School District Number 9, it is my pleasure to declare that the students before you have met the promotional requirements as established by the Sangamon Valley Board of Education and the state of Illinois. Sorry. Front row, please stand. Darren Adam Albright, Ryan Bender, Joshua W. Bryan, Chad A. Castleman Jr., Ellie M. Sibuhar, Alyssa Lynn Chandler, Natalie Cole, Mackenzie Leanne Cook, Zachary Cox, Ariana N. Crow, Zara Ekis, Hayden Eller, Haley Nicole Ann Embry, Madison Elizabeth Fisk, Blake Gettings, Griffin Jet Giles, Sierra Dawn Hadley, Jager Jax Hill, Jenna Renee Heiser, Miles Andrew Hotwick. Elizabeth She Jean James. Caleb Knight. Wyatt Patrick Rocky. Cameron Scott Luna. Aiden Patrick Lynch. Keela Nierick. Hunter D. Netterville. Darius Romaine Mignon. Rain Teresa Diane Overall. Sabu T. Owens Jr. Joseph Ownby. Ethan Thomas Pratt. Donovan W. Riley. Gage Allen Schaefer. Taylor Vivian Slifer. Michael Trayton Stanley. Sarah Tainer. Cadence Elaine Templeton. Chad Michael Unland. Those shirts are pretty sharp, boys. Aiden D. Wanless. Audrey Whitaker. Jonathan Lewis Wilcox. Let's give this class of 2021 another round of applause. These students are an amazing group of young people, and I look forward to seeing what they accomplish in their future. Thank you all for coming out tonight to celebrate with us. Students, congratulations on your promotion to high school, and best of luck to you in the future. We do ask that parents and grandparents please remain in your seats until all the students and administration have left the gym following promotion. Students will be released shortly after the closing. Please wait for your students in the gym or the cafeteria. They're going to go back to the library and get the certificate to put in their folder. So, students, please stand.